Oh, there we go.
Well,
No, no,
there
I
it
was
is.
saying, but I think it's gonna be like 10 seconds.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. This is good.
All right.
Also, that's a nice thumbnail you got for the stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's because it's my background for my page. But how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Chicago Conservative live stream edition. Today we got Squid, Jared, Andy. We got Mr. Deontay. We got Choo Choo, who I can't see right now, but we got Mr. Allen here, and we have Nicole. Say what's going on, guys.
What's going on?
Welcome.
All right.
Okay, guys. So today we're going to be talking about the shooter actually being caught, and I believe that he was actually turned in by his parents. Now, anybody can correct me if I'm wrong here, but
by his dad.
Yeah.
yeah,
By his dad, I believe.
Yeah, it was a combination. So they had the youth pastor. He basically came home. His dad saw the photo on the internet, approached his son about it. His son confessed. He went to talk to his youth pastor, and the youth pastor through some program works with the U.S. Marshals. And the youth pastor said something to the U.S. Marshals, and then the guy wound up going and turning himself in. At least that's how the New York Post had laid out the sequence.
yeah. They told me that like you said, the guy, he was really church related. I think he was a minister from the church, and I believe the family talked with the pastor and things like that. And this is what Trump said on Fox and Friends, I believe, this morning. So I'm trying to find the clip here, but I actually want to show you guys the shooter first. So, have you guys heard about the engraved bullets that he had as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they found one, and I guess it was motivated by some type of trans. I'm not really sure what it is, but because I'm not really with all the LGBT stuff, so I wouldn't know. But I think it said trans, something like justice for trans or something like that. And my thing is this: we have to understand the pattern recognition. When I was talking about this yesterday on my show, the liberals, they want themselves to basically be singled out as the liberals now. And what do? They have piercings on the face. They have colored hair. They just look unhinged. They basically want to look unhinged now. They want to be distinct from normal people in society.
Yeah, demonic.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Deontay said demonic, but yeah, that's that's true. Now,
When you talk to them, they start yelling at you. Ask them a simple question or try to debate with them. They'll start yelling. They'll snatch your mic from you, or just mean things.
Yeah, all the stuff that was on the bullets, according to what the FBI said, is hey, like catch fascist or something like that. Hey, catch, this sort of thing. And it was all that stuff scrawled on it. And there's some weird stuff around that well, we don't have to get into the conspiracy theory. I don't want to veer off of the topic, but yeah, that's the type of stuff that they said was scrawled into the bullets and the casings.
And see, they're the side that always says, "Oh, but we're all about love." It's like, where's the love in celebrating someone's death? There is no love in that.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh,
And
like the said here, liberals are the modern day KKK.
Yeah, they are.
I'm keeping an eye on chat because I'm not in the mood to put up with them laughing at this.
I don't really. Well, I haven't been looking at chat, but oh damn, I'm sorry,
but you're a special kind of sick if you can make light of this circumstance. I know we were talking about it pre-show while everything was getting set up that Deontay said that it's a demonic sort of thing, and I believe that. I believe this is a component of the spiritual warfare that we're in, this good versus evil fight. And kind of like we were saying before, I'm going to repeat myself to you guys, but not to the audience, that we have a moral high ground and a higher moral authority. I won't even say a higher moral authority. Our calling is higher than what the people that are attacking us, like the ones that tried to take out Trump twice, the ones that did. kill Charlie Kirk. Because when all this settles, and eventually it will, somebody's got to have the moral high ground. And I'm going to use the same example I used with you guys, which is the global war on terror. We're fighting against people who they don't have a Geneva Convention. They don't have the same moral foundation that we do. So we have to continue to fight the right fight in a moral way and not stoop to their level, because at that point you just become barbarians taking each other out. And that's not what this country is about. And that's not going to fix any problems. It's just going to make more.
That's right.
All right, guys. This is the shooter, and his name is Tyler Robinson. If you guys want me to make this bigger, I can. But yes, this is the shooter, the prime suspect in the killing of right-wing activist Charlie Kirk. Tyler Robinson was arrested after he confessed his crimes to his father, who eventually turned him
Oh.
What is that?
Sounds like you as a chipmunk.
You sound like your voice.
Yeah, there was a feedback from somewhere.
What the hell was that? Okay. But yeah, guys. So, anyways, before Alvin started speaking, so this is the killer of Charlie Kirk, and there's actually a video here of the engraved bullets that he had, and this is the messaging that those bullets pertained. Hold on, guys.
Casings read, "Hey fascist!" exclamation point, catch exclamation point. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." Had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this question mark?" Fired casings read, "Hey fascist!" exclamation point, catch exclamation point. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
By the way, I forgot about that.
So-
Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao. That comes from, I think it's the
Yeah.
Italian fascists. It's like a song that they would sing.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chow. Yeah, Chow is an origin from Italy. Chow is origin is from Italy, so I can believe that. And yeah, guys, these people are just sick. Like, they're literally, first of all, they're killing us, and secondly, they're mocking us while doing it. Now, I don't know if you guys saw these crazy videos that these leftists have been putting on the internet lately, but yeah, they've been mocking Charlie pretty bad, man.
It's
And
because they're hiding
honestly
behind
sick,
the
like you
camera.
said, you have to be, yeah, but you got to be like a different type of sick, like Jared said. Don't you guys think like it really is demonic? Like, let's look at this woman right here.
Hiding behind the camera and never been punched in the face before.
Please let the rumors be true. Let the gossip be reality. Please.
Guys, it happened. He got it pronounced dead. Oh my god, this is literally like, I swear to God, the equivalent of like the big beautiful obituary. Like, we're so close. We're this fucking close. I swear we're this close. That is for sure. I am definitely popping a bottle tonight.
This bitch look like
I
a
can't
fucking
believe
pig.
this.
Man.
Whoever did it,
Man,
I just
goes
want
to
to say
jail.
thank you so much. Whoever did it, they finally did it for the sake of humanity. Thank you so fucking much. Thank you.
I fucking shit, he's dead. Fucking shit. Ding dong, the witch is dead.
To everyone saying that it was such a senseless, violent act. Once you
And let's just be honest with you guys. Let me just be honest with you guys. These are the same type of people, majority women. These are the same type of people that cannot hold a conversation with Charlie Kirk to save their lives. Let's just be honest.
No, they start screaming.
That's the only reason why, and that's the only reason why they shot him, because they can't debate him. So what do you do when you can't debate? You take him out. That's what they do.
This is
Right.
this actually reminds me of Socrates, guys,
Exactly.
when he basically questioned the higher authorities. Because let's be honest, some of the things that he did say does make sense. If you're going to have the right to vote, you should at least be able to have the cognitive, you know, you should be able to be cognitively impaired, excuse me, to make a vote. And you can't be biased and things like that, So, and when it comes down to that, when it comes down to Charlie, even when it comes to Jesus Christ, guys, they're killing us for speaking the truth. Now, with these leftists, these left retards, they honestly cannot be. Well, me personally, this is just how I feel as of right now. I don't think there's no talking with these people. I think these people want war from the right so they can look like the victims. But then a lot of people are forgetting to realize the longevity of what this death is going to cause. See, a lot of people are just thinking that, oh, Charlie is dead, but it's not only that they want to kill Charlie, they also want to kill the message. You see what I'm saying? And how are they going to do that? Well, who who else know but the conservatives that a father is, you know, definitely needed in a child's life, right? Now,
Most
we
definitely.
got to remember Charlie. So we got to remember Charlie Kirk has kids, right? He has a wife. We're not thinking 16, 18 years from now, this death is definitely going to fuck up his kids. You see what I'm saying? We don't know if they're going to result to drugs.
Yep.
We don't know if they're going to result to some type of adult film, whatever. And that, if they do, God forbid, that will take away the credibility from Charlie Kirk. It's not going to take the credibility away from people like me. But low IQ individuals, they're going to say, oh, look at his daughters. They do OnlyFans. That's Charlie Kirk's daughter. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, what if his wife do something stupid? And they're just looking for something to take away the credibility of Charlie Kirk, in my opinion. So not only that they killed the man, but they're trying to kill the message behind the man as well.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it's other people have said it, so I am parroting other people, but it's the fact that he was effective. That's what they had to remove. And we're getting into there's movements, political movements that have been going not in favor of people on the left, and whatever they have to do to stop that ultimately that's what they're doing. It's whether it's Donald Trump or it's Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk was the most dangerous to them because of his impact on the youth. That's it. That's the future leaders of America. The next president has been in a Charlie Kirk crowd and has been exposed to him. And that's what they have to stop, because it's not always just the one time that a person has an impact. It's prolonged impact that conditions someone to change their ways, to change their thinking, whatever it happens to be. And that's what they had to stop. And I think it's a silly, I say this shooter thought he was going to stop, but my opinion is, I think it's only going to get stronger. This is going to embolden people to continue speaking the truth, not make them hide away in a cellar somewhere.
And I think especially because he took not only to the youth, but he took it right to college campuses, like the actual front line. Like, these are voters. These, like you said, this could be the next president. And these are their indoctrination factories. And if that kid was, radicalized on a campus, and he's seeing this, like, well, he's going to influence my peers. And, so yeah, he took it right, the fight right where it needed to be, which is these young minds that are our future. They're going to be, in the electorate. They're going to be making those decisions wherever they end up, after college. And so it was like, you're trying to, like you said, destroy the message and get right to the front lines of it. And that's a very dangerous thing.
100%.
Yep.
My thing is this too. I got a phone call recently saying that Charlie's death is not a black thing; it's a white on white thing. I'm like, come on, man! All lives matter. And like, how you gonna talk about Jesus Christ yet at the same time you telling me, respect Charlie's death. You know what I'm saying? And it is sad how divided we are. I thought we would all come together, but gotta keep on praying.
That's 100%. They were jumping to make it a race thing. You know, I did
And
a
that's
video.
no need.
Yeah, I did a video today on my channel, and I was talking about some of the new stuff that's come out about it. And all well, not all, a lot of the posts are saying, well, here's what we know about him. He's white, he's Mormon, was raised in a conservative family, and so on and so forth. And of course, the comments corrected him really quickly, and they were saying, look, yeah, me and my husband, or me and my wife, we're conservative, and we have a kid who's a liberal. And Vodi Bakum, the video I used to describe it was Vodi Bakum. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's a pastor. He's amazingly good. But he said that when you send your kids off to be educated by Caesar, don't be surprised when they come back as Romans. And even though this kid spent a small amount of time in college, he still got involved with organizations, socialist organizations, Antifa organizations, and he was still able to be indoctrinated. But all that stuff that they listed was irrelevant. It's the left that wants to make it this, oh, well, see, it's a white shooter, it's a black shooter, it's a this, that, the other. That stuff is irrelevant. The fact is, it's life being taken needlessly, and they don't want to look at it that way, because that's something we should all rally around, is that it's wrong. And they're trying to justify it. We're trying to, get over it.
And also, can I say something real quick? Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we put enough emphasis on the indoctrination that kids get in college, specifically the sociology, because that's kind of the essence of what they're teaching and with the Marxism and stuff. Because I remember when I was in college, I went to university, and the first semester of classes, I took sociology 101. And I enjoyed the class so much that I legitimately wanted to switch my major to
All
sociology.
right, guys.
It was actually like, it seemed that Marx seemed to explain the ways of the world that I didn't understand yet. It was filling in the blanks for me before I could actually make my own mind up. And for these kids, it seemed like that's kind of what's going on. And that's why they had to get rid of Charlie, because he was going in and directly combating the purest form of indoctrination in these colleges. So he was actually a very, very big threat, because he was going in these, they're basically concentration camps at this point.
Can I piggyback on what you said?
Of
So
course.
it's definitely the child indoctrination. We can all agree on that. But the thing is, and I think I seen a comment like this in a chat earlier, but they literally killed the negotiator, guys. You see what I'm saying? This dude was a debater, so this guy wasn't violent. This guy wasn't killing Jews. You know how they say he's a white supremacist Nazi, just like every other white conservative, which is honestly pretty stupid. And it's getting played out. But the thing is, now a lot of people want to blame the Jews. Okay, yes, I'm going there. Okay, a lot of people want to blame the Jews, but me personally, I genuinely think this is just hatred from the left, guys. I mean, we see the engraved bullets. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to some of those LGBT and those Black Lives Matter and stuff, let's be honest, they do get funded by them boys. But when it comes to the actual rhetoric that's being pushed, this is literally just coming from the left. I'm not trying to, and I love Jewish people. I love Black people, white people, Hispanic people. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody's ethnic group. What happens is that a man died. He had kids. He had a family, and he was taken from them right in their face, which is one of the most horrific things that anybody could see. Who would go this far?
Yes.
Let's be honest. The left. I mean, you got Jasmine Crockett. All I want for my birthday is to take out Elon Musk. Somebody to take out Elon Musk. Somebody just need to bash Trump upside his head. What all of these damn crazy ass people think? You got people making targets on Donald Trump. Somebody made a video game about Charlie Kirk getting shot.
Yeah.
They moving quick with this stuff, guys. It's honestly sick. Like Jared said, it's honestly demonic. So
I posted an
Yep.
action figure somebody had made, and I could probably pull it up if you wanted to show it. But they made an action figure of him, and it's in his final position, basically after he had gotten shot. And yeah, it was here. Let me see if I can swap this, and I'll show it to people can see it. I'll change it with my screen. Let's see.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
so
can I just
that's
also say that
Wow.
that's
the
an
dude
action
was
figure, and they're saying free shipping if you want it.
That's
wow.
crazy.
Hold
Get
on
that shit
one
away.
second.
The party of tolerance, right? And meanwhile, they're making a martyr out of him
Party
because it's
of love.
he,
The
right?
party
And it's like
love.
You know,
I feel like all you're doing is make it like it's so counterproductive in the long run. I mean, like we're all fucked up behind this, but like you've elevated him to a martyr because he was trying to be right. He was doing all the things that the Bible teach us to do. Like he was, I mean, I can't count how many times he quoted scripture, and it's like y'all are not understanding. Y'all, whether you believe in Christianity or not, whether you love America or not, you still got to have some moral compass, and he was definitely driven by a moral authority, whatever you want to call it, if you don't agree with it, particularly his choice. But at the end of the day, he was trying to live a righteous life and get us to be more righteous. And then now you've martyred him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He
fact,
did what
Christian,
you said. Jesus said, preach the Bible. Go out in the world, preach the gospel. And that's what he was doing, preaching good news.
Well, and a lot of churches, there's
clip.
people I listen to, and a lot of these.
I'm sorry.
Just real quick, is that a lot of these pastors are coming out and saying, no, he meets all the criteria for a martyr, for a saint, all of that. This is it, and it's not living that type of life is not about living a perfect life. It's about the attempt. It's about the effort, because everybody falls short of it. There's no way to live a perfect life.
Yeah, nobody's perfect, right?
Yeah, but he did the best he could, and I don't know.
And they crucified Jesus in front of a crowd, and it's like you guys did the same damn thing, and then you guys want to replay it and hash it and make jokes about it. But it's like what side do you really think you're on?
Yeah.
Well, he said he wanted to die for Jesus, and hey, nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'd die for Jesus too, no problem with that. It's, man, the word got to get out, preach the gospel, keep it real.
I'm not too sure
guys,
we're on.
I gotta play this clip. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Squid. Last comment. We gotta play this clip because
On Twitter, I'm not too sure where. I'm not too sure where, but I think I saw something about people in New Zealand and people from the UK are mourning Charlie, like worldwide.
Yeah, they did a haka. I think it's called the haka. They're like little, like I forgot what it's called, but they're dance or their song.
In New Zealand.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he definitely deserves it. He deserves it, man. Charlie was a good guy, man. Did you guys see Candace's video?
Oh my God. I watched it this morning and I was just in tears. Like it took everything out of me. It was so good.
I will definitely watch it later.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we gotta play this. We gotta play this clip because this, honestly, in my opinion, is what really caused this. So let's play this clip, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you tonight, do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
This is what kicking the shit out of fascism looks like.
Try to prevent the spread of the lawlessness and the fascist chaos that's been unleashed against us.
So when we say Donald Trump is a fascist, fascism, a huge component of fascism is uniting racism, bigotry, a form of racist nationalism.
We are now living in a fascist dictatorship.
We are worried about potential rise of fascism in this country. We're worried about our democracy falling to an authoritarian and potentially fascist form of government.
Not only to roll over to Donald Trump's will, but to roll over our democracy and allow him to take over this country as a fascist dictator.
When fascism isn't just coming, it's already here.
The former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley, said, "No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core."
Martin Milley.
Okay,
a bunch of canceled losers.
Definition of fascism in their minds. Let me give this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so fascism, in their definition, is he's taken away absolute communism power away from us, and we got to get him out of the way so we have absolute control over the people. Basically, they want China. They want the Chinese government type of power.
Yeah, I mean, fascism is just it's when it comes to property anyway, it's extreme government control over private enterprise. Is what that's how the Nazis ran, right? That's how Italy did it. So you technically own your company, you technically own property, but at the end of the day, the government tells you exactly what to produce and how much to produce of it. That that sort of deal.
There you go.
But it also takes extreme control over the people to manipulate them. That's not what we're in. If there's anything that is fascist, it's the left, because everything the left wants is more control, requires more government overreach. And it's mandating, with their attempt is to mandate behavior on the public. And that's what they're doing now by trying to scare people out of the public square with what they did to Donald Trump, what they've done in burning down cities, what they've done with Charlie Kirk. All of these things are fascist tactics to scare people into submission.
Right.
And again, like we were talking about before the show, accuse your enemy of what you yourself are doing. And that's what they're doing to us.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, we have a very, 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 very interesting video that we got to watch. So I'm pretty sure this is the most talked about video besides other than Charlie Kirk actually getting shot. But there are actually security guards doing hand signals before Charlie got shot.
I can debunk this one, by the way.
Go ahead. But I'm just saying.
No, go ahead and play it. Play it.
No. Go ahead. I definitely want to
hear it. Yeah.
But
So there's.
Show...
Yeah, show the video. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm going for it now. But if you want to explain why I'm looking for it, but I got it 100%. Right here though.
So one of them, there's a guy he's wearing white and he's wearing a hat, and you see him tip his hat and then you see him scratch his ear, and he's got a cell phone that he's holding up. There's a guy who actually posted and said, no, this isn't the case because that's me. And that guy is Frank Turek. And Frank Turek he's a brilliant apologist online. And he's got oh gosh, I forget his YouTube channel. Oh gosh. Well, it's escaping me. Anyway, you can look up Frank Turek. And I did the same thing. Like I saw the video and I thought, this is weird, because he does that immediately before the impact. And then I saw today he posted and said,
like, seriously.
Yeah, it's and he and Charlie Kirk, he was a mentor to Charlie Kirk. He was one of several that he had, but from a faith perspective, one of his Christian mentors.
Is it the show Cross-Examined?
That's it. Cross-Examined. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
But there were several.
Okay.
There was
good job,
there was
Nicole.
that.
That's a W.
Yeah, that's good. That was
you know, I stay on the research tip.
That was fast. Yeah, there were others,
right?
like the video of him coming off the back of the building.
Okay, yeah, so here it is. Mm-hmm. So I have the clip here, guys, but I think somebody trying to join, but I guess I gotta wait for now. But this is actually the video that Jared and me are referring to. Now, I mean,
so the guy in the black shirt, that's the one I don't know.
Counting or not counting gang violence? Great. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been?
There was a lot of military people in comments saying, like, well, why would you need a spotter for a shot and then standing right in the line of it is kind of dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 200 yards. That sounds far to some people, but it's really not that far of a shot.
Right. And then they said
really not, and that's what I was saying. This is why. Yeah, so this is why I think this wasn't the Jews, guys. I'm gonna just be honest with you, because the job was just too sloppy. Okay, the job was way too sloppy. Let me show you the rifle that this guy was using. The rifle was honestly ass. It was like a regular hunter's rifle. It wasn't a high caliber powered rifle. It was like a regular hunter's rifle that you like
Right.
shoot a deer with. So
Right.
it wasn't like it was perfect. He left handprints everywhere. He
That's what I was
left
gonna
DNA
say. Yep.
everywhere.
Right.
So it's like, in my opinion, I don't really think this was a professional hit job. It was definitely a hit job though. But me personally, I just can't see it, guys. I can't see this being a side. So this is actually the rifle that he used.
Allegedly, it's a 30-06, which is just it's a 30 caliber bullet, similar to like a 308. 308 is like the most common hunting round in the country, and a 30-06.
Yeah, so an average hunter rifle.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still a big caliber bullet. I mean, 30 caliber is a big caliber bullet, but it's
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'll be honest, Bashan, I had questions about this rifle. There's certain things. If this was the rifle, which I at the moment I believe it is, there's certain things about it that are just off, and you could tell when they showed that as the rifle that it's a novice shooter. He's shot before. There's video of him or photos of him out of the shooting range with an AR-15. But if you look at how far back that scope is mounted, that is not particularly correct, because it would be so close to his eye, and there's something called eye relief that when you're shooting, the scope has to be a certain distance away, and otherwise it starts to close in and you actually can't see the reticle in the scope. So that to me looked like a scope that would give what we call a scope bite, or a getting kissed by the scope. It recoils and it hits you in the eyebrow. So I was half expecting when he showed up that he was going to have a black eye or something, or a nick on his eye.
Right. But here's the biggest conspiracy when it comes to all of this, right? This, in my opinion, this is what gave him away. The jump off when it comes to the roof. When he jumped off of the roof, he kind of screwed himself. So now, is that the biggest conspiracy? No. The biggest conspiracy is he jumped off the roof without the rifle.
So that's another
I don't
one.
know if that's true or not.
I went frame by frame on the video. So I downloaded the video and I actually ran it through an AI enhancement program to try and get better like detail of it. You can see they said it was wrapped in a towel. And if you look at the video, when he is getting down off the roof, you can actually see
Let's see
something.
it. Hold on, let's see it.
Yeah. And you'll have to go. You'll have to go frame by frame on it. But or I could bring it up full screen if I needed to, because I've still got the video.
You can just put it in the
I'll put it in my window. Let me find it here real quick.
So like he had it in his pants or something, or like disassembled it, or
so that's what they said. They said that he disassembled it, and he could have. Let's see. Let me make sure I got the right video here. I've got so many videos in here. Okay, here we go. Let me make this. I'll just make mine full screen. Okay, so let me zoom in on him and find him here.
No, I'm gonna give you the spotlight real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay, you're good.
Okay, so you can see him right here. So he put something down. You see that right there? It's low grade video, so it's not going to be great. And there's like skipping pixels.
I see it. No, but I see it though. I see he's definitely put something down.
And then when he gets off, look at this. You see it come up there, and then it goes to his side, and then he jumps
and falls down.
Right, and so when he jumps down, then he picks it up, and everybody's like, "Well, he didn't fit it in his backpack." Well, no, he was carrying it. His backpack was already on him. Right. So you can see it right there too. So no cloth is going to be straight, like perfectly straight.
Right.
What, you know what I mean? Like there's something in there. And that's the thing that I've been trying to, and I've been hitting everybody online. You can see it again if you go, let's see, over, I got to skip forward a little bit. So as he's walking, you can actually see it over here too. Let me see if I can zoom in on him. There's like little frames here where you can see. Oh gosh, this camera bounced around so much it was really hard. I found myself in this situation when I was doing it on my live stream. Let's see. So there you can see something in his hand, like it's not his hand because it goes all the way down past his knee.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah,
And there's there's several frames in here where you can tell he's holding something.
He's definitely holding something.
Yeah,
and that's
so
definitely the rifle.
and could he take it apart? I don't know, because when you look at that one, there's certain rifles that you can, with a key or something, you can take it apart. That's not technically the rifle he had, but it also didn't look like a very long rifle. And there's several rifles. I own one myself that is a relatively short 30 caliber hunting rifle that, so anyway.
Good detective work. Because a lot of people were saying, well, where was the rifle? How did it
I
just
know.
It's
I know, dude.
Right.
And I've been hitting every account that I can find, and I'm like, watch the video frame by frame. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's
No, I
right
definitely
there.
see it now.
And
Wow.
you can see it right over here on the side of him. He's trying to hold it parallel with his leg.
Exactly.
And when you see him later on, he's limping. And some people are saying that it's because he's got the rifle shoved down in his pants, because you can't walk down the street carrying a rifle.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially not after that.
Right. Not after that. I thought it was when he was limping. I thought it was because of his
his fall.
Yeah, right, because of his fall. But he's walking fine here. So anyway.
Right. Wow.
That is excellent detective work.
Thank you, sir. It was killing me. I was like, there's got to be more to this. So yeah, I did a little super.
But I was gonna look into it as well, because I don't think because even
you can pull me off the screen if you want to. By the way.
Yeah, I was about to. I'm about to now.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying. Like, even if he got the rifle off the roof, I mean, you guys are acting like. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I exited out of this. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry. But yeah, if you guys are gonna put a conspiracy theorist like that, I mean, that has to make some kind of sense, you know. You can't just say, "Oh, he had the rifle, but then it mysteriously appeared in the woods." Like, how is that possible? But what you just said made absolute perfect sense, and I saw it with my own eyes. So
here's the other thing: a professional. Now, again, this could be end up being a patsy thing. Who knows? But if it was a professional thing, which this obviously doesn't appear to be, he's wearing all black. He's on a white roof, and he's skylit. So when you're, professional tactics would tell you, right?
Camouflage.
You'd be a shaded area. You would be inside. You would not be exposing yourself. The movies tell you that a sniper has their rifle sticking out a window, or they're on top of a roof, because that's where everybody naturally looks. You go inside in the shade. You are, the difference in exposure, your eyes have a hard time seeing that. So when you look into a house in the middle of the day, sometimes the house can look dark if the lights are off, because it's just a different of exposure. And that's what snipers do, is they'll actually be inside with their barrel inside. It's going to be hidden. This guy was walking skylit, with everybody could see him running across the roof.
They saying he was perfectly camouflaged.
Who said that?
He was actually perfectly camouflaged. The chat.
You're watching a completely different video. He was not camouflaged at all.
You saw him running across the roof like immediately.
And a black shirt on with an American flag and eagle on it.
Yeah.
Right.
There's multiple videos. There's drone video.
If he was camouflaged, he could have definitely did a better job. Maybe all white would have been better.
I mean,
or maybe switch your clothes afterwards, like a smart person would do. But I'm not gonna give nobody no ideas, okay? But Jared was actually in the military, so he definitely has experience with this. So I don't know what the hell these people are talking about. But let's get back to the actual. Let's get back to this guy, the shooter here, and we know his motive. But a lot of people are pointing out this picture that he was actually wearing a Trump shirt. Did you guys see that?
That's fake.
Oh, yes.
He said it was AI. They showed the other picture where he was wearing
it was an American shirt and an eagle on it.
Let's be realistic, too, okay? And even if
let me see
real,
this.
So even if that photo was real, okay, I don't put my total trust in labels because in 2011 people feared salt shakers because they thought it would be anthrax in it. So restaurants took them off the tables for a while. So it's like just because something says salt doesn't mean it's salt. So just because someone switches the political party to Republican or whatnot, it doesn't tell the entire story. You don't know. You know, they would probably saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a Republican," while trying to get a rhino into office that would support the Democrats rather than Trump. So you can't trust labels.
Yeah.
Right. I was a
Okay, so
Democrat
this is
a few
actually
years
hold on. Let
ago.
me share
So
my screen.
Well, I
Were
was a
you,
Democrat
Nicole? I
too,
didn't know
but
that. You were a Democrat
I
years
don't
ago?
know.
yeah, I was saved.
Saved.
Right?
And now I
Save
can't be
Save.
black
me.
anymore.
Whoa.
Now I lost my black
So
card.
guys,
Look
so
how
this
much
is
happier you are, Nicole.
I know, right?
I'm gonna talk to Bill right now.
I know,
Yeah,
man.
and you know, I don't get that. I mean, if you're not black
So
anymore,
here's
what
the
color
hold
are
on,
you?
before
I have no idea.
right. So here's the famous picture that's been going around. Now, is this AI? Let's ask Grok. Y'all want to ask Grok?
You don't need to ask.
away.
That's definitely AI because I found the original thing.
Yeah, they
showed them and like the whole pull out where you see the background with the bed or whatever with that black. It's like a bed behind him, and it's a maroon, like just a blank maroon T-shirt, like a Hanes.
Yeah, and I think that's
So this
it
isn't
makes a
real.
good point. No, it's fake. Yeah, it's all AI, and it was the account Anonymous that originally posted it. People have been just screaming at that account apparently for years because it posts all this fake nonsense. And I think it's a good example for us and everybody watching as to why we, everything that we see, you got to take a second glance at it because they're looking for any reason they possibly can to lie to us and deceive us.
I always advocate do more research.
Yeah,
I always advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a with you, Jared.
And I think people don't like that. And boomers, no offense to boomers that are watching, but boomers grew up in that age where they were like, the news said it, and
so it's real.
So it's real, and we are so far out of that age.
Right.
That's
brainwash, man. That's brainwash.
Yeah.
It's literally brainwash, bro. It's honestly scary, and then they do it at such a young age. And let's compare Thomas Crooks and this guy for a second. They're both young. They're both in their early 20s, right? And they both basically tried to kill right-wing big timers. So what does this mean? It means that the left, they're finding, let's just be honest, young, white, indoctrinated, radical men, left-wing men, to go after the top conservative man who's trying to basically save our country when it comes to our traditional values. In my opinion, that's how it looks to me. Now, one of those conservative values that we keep is the death penalty. Now, Utah has the death penalty. This guy is over 18. So this guy is an adult. So it's without question that this motherfucker definitely needs to die. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. Death penalty for any.
I'm
I
sorry,
think every
guys.
state.
I'm done, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm done playing. I hate to sound cruel.
Yeah, give it to
I hate
him.
to
He
sound like
deserves
this.
it.
We just have to remember
Utah
that
has the
he still have the Eighth Amendment rights, though. So we can't go cruel and unusual.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And
Just take a look at that, guys. Take a look at
yeah,
that.
there you go. Yep.
Oh, wow.
I told you.
Insanity.
Yep. Craziness.
Insanity.
And I was gonna say about the death penalty, like with the, like you were saying with the Eighth Amendment, what's really going on? Like they they tried to pull it from, you know, many states based on, well, it was really because from what I've learned in school that the lethal injections for a lot of states was an ethical issue because the pharmaceutical companies that were supplying the injections, they couldn't say exactly what it was doing to the person, if they felt it, what kind of, so like you can't really say what kind of, you know, harm you're doing while they're dying. So it's kind of like an ethical issue, which would fall under the cruel and unusual. But Utah is firing squad. You shoot them motherfucker right in the head. We know what that is.
Wow.
So I say bring it back across the board. As long as you're sure this person is guilty, let's go.
Did you know South Carolina
Yes.
did that recently? They
what
a firing squad, death by firing squad. There was a guy
nice.
that they did recently, and it's really wild how they do it. But yeah, they still have it, and it was the first one in I forget how many years it was, but yeah, they did it.
Unfortunately, I live in Pennsylvania, where Josh Shapiro and kept the death penalty for my state. He thinks it's cruel and unusual to kill off hardened criminals. He's probably even siding with the criminals at this point.
I'll be honest. I have, and this might shock you, but I have started to question my stance on the death penalty. We don't have to get into that conversation, but I've really started to question it, whether or not I think the state has the right to take. I mean, it always has, but does that always mean that it's right? And for me, it's because I've seen or heard the stories of the people who, it gets proven that, oops,
I think I know where you're getting at.
We made a boo-boo. Well, that's a bullet technically that you can't unfire. So I've kind of started to question. I don't know where I am. Right now I'm pro, but it's like, I don't know.
I was definitely against it, but I'm like, for certain people, once you know, like, come on, like this person, especially I'm talking about like people who you will never
Jeffrey
be redeemed.
Dahmer.
You know, right? Child
Right, it's
rapists,
corrupt.
serial
You gotta
killers,
take him
like
out.
get them out of here. I'm not paying for this person to live anymore or somehow escape or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So my thing is this. I think I know what Jared is coming from a spiritual standpoint. We're not God. I don't believe that humans should choose who live or dies. I genuinely, truly believe that, Jared. So if that's where you're coming from, I get that part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got to understand. Oh, go ahead. I'm listening.
No. Go ahead. Make your point. So
I understand that humans don't have the justification to take life. That's up to God. That's his decision. A lot of these crazy ass radical leftists were saying, "Oh, it was God's plan that Charlie died," and I'm like, "No, his life was stolen from him. Okay, it wasn't natural causes or anything like that. So that's pretty dumb." But my thing is this, and that's the part there that really makes me, like just go back to my Bible and look for things as far as like what situation, because there's always a situation in the Bible to where you can always relate to, and it's like in situations like this, you want to conquer love with hate. You want to do that. You truly want to, but we've been doing that as conservative Republicans for years, for absolute years, right? So here's the thing. Now, I know a lot of people hate the Old Testament, but look, it's a part of the Bible, goddammit, okay? So we going there, okay?
Not goddammit.
Don't say that. Not
right.
That gum, dude.
Still, it's like, I'm sorry, but still, it's like, because it pisses me off because even God has a breaking point. When the Egyptians was basically doing the most horrific things to his people, the Israelites, here's the thing. God wasn't just finna sit there and just let them do whatever the hell they wanted to, like forever now. You see what I'm saying? Now, we're not God, okay? Trust me, I get that part. We don't choose that. But at the end of the day, we got to understand, even God has a breaking point. Even Jesus, remember, he came through with the whip through the temple when those people were selling merch and, get your merch, get your new shoes, and get your new hat at the new temple, and Jesus wasn't having that. See what I'm saying? So he came through with the whip. He's like, no. And then they tried to kill him after that, because they was like, oh, who are you? You're a nobody. But the people who actually understood the word, the Old Testament, knew who this man was, because they already speak of Jesus in the Old Testament.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he was prophesied,
Well,
but that's the thing is like,
and if we're going to go biblical, let me say this. There were times when God would, in the law, which is the first 5 books of the Bible, and I won't go too long with it because it's a whole other show, but there were times when God would tell them if they commit certain crimes to stone them to death. That was the death penalty that was given, but that was after being judged guilty of a crime. And so I'm all for the death penalty, but I'm with the founding fathers with the 8th Amendment, which would be you commit a hard crime, but you still have the right to a humane death penalty.
yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I don't think it should be cruel and unusual. There are some. Again, these are things that I've weighed. When it comes to terrorists and using things like waterboarding and all of that, is that considered cruel and unusual? But anyway, that we don't have to get into that. Yeah, you're right. But that was Old Testament versus New Testament. Things obviously that changed. Some of that changed. So I don't know. That's why I'm reading about it. It was a thing that went on. I mean, you could look at Christ had 2 people beside him on the cross, right? I mean, that was just part of the world, and it's not. It's something that has happened that happens today, taking the life of people who are guilty. But I think, like Nicole was saying, if you know with beyond a shadow of a doubt and it's 100%, I think you're probably still morally justified to do it.
Yes,
because it's just where there's murky water. That's a mistake that I don't want my state or whoever to be responsible for.
Yeah. Well, here's the way I see the death penalty, and you'll probably agree with this. It's not the fact that we're just taking one life that could possibly be that's a danger to society to protect society. So basically, you don't want an individual be in prison for life and have them either escape prison or have some judge get them out of prison for 14 times, just because they're doing so well in prison, and attacking the next person, making more victims in society, and also keeping someone in prison for life that's done such a hard crime, that will cost taxpayers more money. And and this is why Democrats especially will not want the death penalty, because it makes them money. Every decision they make is all about taking our money that we worked for themselves.
Well, I get that, but I think our standard for prisons could potentially be too high. We say, oh, well, they need to have all these accoutrements and all these nice things. I don't know if you've seen the prisons in El Salvador where they're putting MS-13 and Tren de Aragua and all that. They literally have, they're outside. They have stainless steel beds, no mattress, stainless steel bed, no mattress, outside, and they're stacked one on top of the other. That's a prison. Paul, when he was, from the Bible, when he was chained down in a dungeon, do you think they were worried about that sort of thing? No. Now our standard has gotten so high, and we have this privatized prison system that is charging an arm and a leg per prisoner. Well, that's just a drain on the taxpayers. Make prison a prison. And that's a pretty powerful deterrent when people say, I ain't going back in that place because it was hell on earth. Maybe that's what we do, but I don't know. Sorry to get down that rabbit hole. Drug us in a strange direction.
Privatized prisons are definitely an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely money.
Yeah.
So, how can we carry on Charlie's work? He was killing them with those debates because they don't have the facts on their side. So how can the group of us get out there get those debates going. Have you all heard of Billboard Chris? He just takes a big billboard, puts it on himself, goes out to the college campuses, and it'll say something like kids can't consent to gender surgery or something like that. And they come up to him and he videos it all, puts it on the internet, and shows how they're wrong. Is there any way any of us could do that? Anyone interested in something like that? Anything to replicate what Charlie was doing as much as possible?
Billboard Chris?
Well, I do community. Well, I do community outreach. So, I'm out there, with my table and my microphone and stuff like that. So, I'm always willing to.
Can I join you?
Keep pushing at it. Yeah, absolutely. I don't see why.
Oh, good. And tell me when and where.
I think me and Nicole.
All right.
Me and Nicole actually did one of these videos. We'll just go outside, speak to the people, let them know like they getting, screwed over when it comes to high taxes, and just when it comes to keeping their values conservative and Republican, letting them know the Democratic Party, just sucks. So we got to make a change out here in the city of Chicago. Now, in the whole, United States, I mean, that's up to everybody in their own states, But I know here in Chicago, we trying to make a difference.
Invite me along. I'll come.
It's kind of crazy that Brandon Johnson doesn't run the National Guard in Chicago.
Yeah.
There's a comment here about the book on Amazon that was published before his death, like a day before.
Oh, wow.
And what's with this private jet I keep hearing about? What's with this private jet I keep hearing about? They said some private jet went under the radar. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I know Jared probably knows because he's debunked 2 out of 3 conspiracies already.
Not all of them.
Good,
There's
though.
so many of them. I haven't had time to get to all of them.
There's definitely 2 is good though, and those were 2 big ones. Those were 2 really big ones.
So the book. Here's what I found about. Yeah, here's what I found about the book. Is that it takes 72 hours if you have the cover art to get a book published on Amazon. So it could have been him. Now, I don't quote me 100% on that. This is just what I have found through, maybe an hour and a half of research or so. But it takes 72 hours. He could have done that. He was obviously planning this. He knew the location. He pre-possessioned the rifle because he didn't have it when he was going up the stairs. We saw the footage of him going up the stairs. The rifle was already up there. He had planned it out and all that. So that's the simple way of kind of debunking the book. The jet, I've heard about that one, but I don't know about it. It departed. It was gone for an hour. They turned off their transponder, and then it came back and landed in the same airport. That's weird, but
right.
I don't know.
What would the jet, how would you be connecting the jet to this guy? I mean, in particular, what would be? I mean, this was all before we even had an actual suspect, but I'm just wondering if it still floats at all, what would be the connection?
So the theory is that it's a different shooter, that they took the actual shooter and put them somewhere, whoever those they people did it.
Right.
They did it. And
who are you talking about, Jared?
They did it. Come on, Nicole. They, you know who they is.
Use some other pronouns.
Don't get us in trouble.
Oh no!
Don't get us in trouble. Wait a minute. Wait a second.
So yeah, the they people and so it's an anomaly. It's illegal for it to happen.
I'm taking that one, bro.
Well,
I'm
not saying they people in the way that I'm not saying they people in the way you're meaning, Sean. I'm just saying in general they people. Like
people.
you know how people always say, well, they killed Kennedy. Well, who's Kennedy? Who's they? Well, the CIA, the mafia, the whatever, the they people. That's what I mean. In general.
Okay, yeah. No, I get it. I'm just joking.
But Sean trying to find a way not to keep dropping them big J's.
No. Oh
hey,
my
don't get me in
goodness.
trouble, man. Like, Jesus
You
Louise.
dropping J's like
But the
Jordan
thing
in his
is,
prime.
oh man, look, man.
That's good. I'm gonna use that one, Nicole.
I
Oh
know,
my
right?
goodness.
But so can everybody come to an agreement that this guy deserves the death penalty? Even though we know morally it makes us like shitty people to want somebody to die. But my thing is, we lost somebody that was honestly beautiful to this world, man. I didn't agree with Charlie on everything, okay, guys? I didn't agree
Of
with
course
Charlie on
not.
everything. But the thing is though, I ain't gonna lie, guys. When I used to start out like watching conservative content, you know, I would start out watching Kevin Samuels, you know, people like that who they actually mocked as well, right, Nicole, when he died.
Oh
They used to
yeah.
mock
Oh,
him too.
black women were having a field day.
They was praising
That's crazy.
Jesus when this dude died. Oh my
That's what
God,
y'all
black
get.
women
Yeah.
were praising Jesus. Black women
Yes.
were praising Jesus when this dude died, and it was crazy bogus, crazy bogus. So it's like I was watching like conservative content, and then I came across Charlie Kirk. I think I was watching like the what's those dudes called, the whatever podcast? It's like Fresh and Fit, but like the Disney version. It's like besides like them being all black, they like white. And I saw Charlie Kirk on there, and I'm like, hey, you know, like Disney Plus or Disney Minus, whichever.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm gonna have to get him a view. That's crazy.
Yo.
Oh,
But the thing
gracious.
is, though, I saw Charlie Kirk on the whatever podcast, and he was just cooking these like OnlyFans through. I'm like, man, Charlie's cooking. Like, who is this guy? And I'm like, man, I just needed more, you know. So then I found out that this guy was actually very, very political, you know. So I'm like, man, like I really do like this dude. And this is when I was like just liking a lot of people that was with that were mainly with like Blexit and Daily Wire and things like that. I didn't really like Ben Shapiro like that much for real, but everybody else I love, like Michael Knowles, Charlie Kirk, Brandon Tatum, you know, all the usual conservative people that was really like popping on YouTube. So, you know, Charlie was like one of the people that I used to watch all the time, guys. So it's like, and I'm not the only one that feels like this. I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel feels like this as well. It's like he was special, and he wasn't violent. He wasn't like King Von. He wasn't like fucking, you know, all these crazy ass people that would literally cause harm to anybody else in a heartbeat. Charlie was never
Right.
violent. He
Not
was
a, not a
a
curly.
God, and it's like it's sad how we lost somebody who was just so God fearing. So that's why I think this dude deserves the death penalty, because this guy's unhinged. And who's to say that this guy wouldn't try to assassinate someone else just for a political view in the future if this guy would have never gotten caught? So
Yeah, I'm
I
with
think he gotta go.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm with
He would have done it again.
I'm
If
with the
anything,
Midnight Grower.
Probably,
I'm sorry,
if
go
anything,
ahead.
he probably would have popped me if I was out doing the same thing.
And it definitely
I think he
exposed
gotta go.
how it definitely exposed how many of your so-called close associates who are left-leaning or further, right, are so okay with you being harmed for having another opinion. But like I'm with Midnight Grower in the comments says not until we find out who his handler is. And I'm definitely for like beyond a reasonable doubt. Like that's the threshold for a guilty.
Right.
So, like
Who's funding?
once we get
Who is
yeah.
right? Who is funding these young ass 20-year-old kids? That's a good point, because this isn't a coincidence at this point. This isn't some military aged man in his like high 30s or like, you know, young 30s. Like these people are young 20-year-olds. What's up with that?
Right.
Yeah, like he could have been radicalized
A
on
lot of
campus
ammo.
or like right.
Yeah,
He
it's
could have
really
been radicalized on
strange.
campus or I think I saw something, I'm not sure how true it was, that he out of his whole family, like he was the only leftist or something. Like the rest of them were conservatives, and so they were saying, you know, that'll also make you more extreme just because you're like always fighting, you know, this ideal of whatever you were raised in, and so you kind of break or go off the deep end. But I definitely think, I don't know if necessarily he had like some big major person funding him or anything like that. I think he just may have been very passionate about what he thought was true, and that hate that's just been everywhere, you know, like JB Pritzker, you know, Jasmine Crockett, Pelosi, like they got all these videos, you know, we just saw
We
that, and
just
there's
saw
so many
all of
more.
them. Tim Walz.
Yeah.
Right. Call them
Right.
all
Right.
out. What's her name? Joy Reid. We just saw
Joy
all these
Reid.
people that was pushing this rhetoric. And it's sick.
All of them who have been since deplatformed for the
I'm
most part.
surprised the view wasn't up there. I'm surprised them damn hackling cows wasn't up there.
Yeah.
They pushed the most rhetoric. I think like with them plus MSDNC bots plus CNN, like it's awful.
Yeah.
thought
I'm so glad
ABC
Rachel Maddow got taken down too.
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel Maddow
She was the
gone?
worst.
Boy, you got that right. Goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
she got
good. She's
replaced by what's her name? Pataki from the correspondence secretary for was it for
You're
Biden?
lying.
Pistaki.
Rachel Maddow
Pistaki,
is
okay.
Rachel
Yeah,
Maddow.
Pistaki.
So wait,
Wow.
Rachel
Yes.
Maddow is gone?
And her views were going down so bad already, and then the election just was like too much, and then they replaced her with was she the correspondent for press secretary for the Biden administration at one point, right?
And she ummed more than a I don't know. It's like a 13-year-old. Like
Right.
and
Can I
it's
get some
infuriating.
candy, please, Mr. Sir? Right. I feel
You know,
man.
I just looked at Soy Boy Harry Sisson's Twitter, and I can tell this guy's so full of shit.
That guy gives off so much beta energy. It is,
bro. I'm telling you, it like y'all remember the video he did with Don Lemon? He was just walking like this, like he was so cool. I'm like, you do realize you walking next to a oh, never mind. Let me not go there.
And Don Lemon been getting on too. He's been trying to do those street interviews, and like every time I see a clip of somebody like, "Fuck you," he still posts it. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
that's a great point. I said the same thing. Like, why are you posting this? This guy walked up and said, he goes, "Hey sir," he goes, "Hey sir, do you have a minute?" He said, "Who are you?" He said, "Don Lemon." And he said, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot."
Right.
Yeah.
And he said, "Wait, why do you say that?" And he said, No. Like, I've watched your stuff before. You get clipped up. I don't watch you anymore. And he said, "Well, how do you know? You know about me? What are you talking about?" He said, "Yeah, you get clipped up and all that." He said, "It was after listening to you that I realized that CNN and MSNBC were full of shit."
Yeah, man.
It's like, yeah, if you don't watch me, how do you know I'm an idiot? Like, well, it's obvious, fool.
That's it. And he said,
"All right, you've been made fun. You've been made fun of."
No, crack is bad, right? God damn it.
I guess any attention is, or what is it? Any press is good press, and that the
Wow.
Yeah, man. He just wants to fight to stay relevant so bad. Him and Joyless Reed.
I was just gonna say her.
Like, sick. Y'all are literally fighting to stay relevant so bad. Like Nickelodeon gets more views than y'all. Like an old man eating soup, like doing like ASMR, like is getting more views than y'all.
That's what they should go with. Just make a group podcast and just do ASMR.
ASMR videos.
Just cry about their liberal views.
Right, the old man eating soup is just getting more views. It's insane, man. But my last thoughts I got on this shooter. His name is Tyler Robinson. I believe he's 23. Correct me if I'm wrong.
22 is what I saw.
We all
That's
know.
what I saw too.
Okay, 22. Okay, 22.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. And we all know about the bullet casings. We all know about the messaging that it had. Do anybody want to go down that? But my thing is this: like, this guy is fairly unhinged, leftist lunatic, and I'm really trying my hardest not to urge Americans to stand up and fight back when it comes to these crazy ass leftist lunatics. Really, when it comes to everything that's a threat to America, in my opinion, crazy illegal migrants that's going after the women and children, all of this stuff, man, that's just hurtful to America. It has when it comes to people having influence on us, it all has to stop. In my opinion, I think America has truly had enough, guys.
Basically, you just don't want to incite violence at all.
I don't want to incite violence, but it's like they're killing us, dude, and it's like, that's kind of not cool.
I still
No,
think we
that's
have
not
to
cool.
maintain the moral high ground. I mean, that's just it for the victor, for the person who is taking the moral high ground. It always has been and always will be an uphill fight. When we start resorting to that sort of thing, we're debasing ourselves, we're ruining our credibility, and that's human nature, because our entire existence as human beings is good versus evil. It is the fight against things that want to destroy you. That's just what the fallen world is. And maintaining the high ground it's our call. It's what we're supposed to do. And yeah, they're going to keep coming after us, but for however often they come after us, we have better ideas, we have better policies, we have a better moral framework. Every box that is ticked is better. Not to say that we don't have flaws, because we all do. 100% of the people on this panel, the people listening, the people that will watch this later on down the line, we all have flaws. But at least our framework is not one of destruction. It's not one of indoctrination. It's one of freedom. It's one of liberty. It's one of the Constitution, of Judeo-Christian principles, all of these things. That's our call. And it's a really hard fight, but that's the hard part about being the good guy in all of this. And that's the burden we all have to be willing to bear. That's my take anyway.
Yeah, I
Go
feel
ahead.
like
Deontay?
you were saying. Oh, go ahead. I'm
Nicole,
sorry.
I'm sorry. No.
Oh no, you.
I'm sorry, Nicole.
Okay, now I was just gonna say what Jared said too. Like, that good and evil too is right now. Conservatives are being faced with that good and evil inside of you too, because like retribution and wanting to get back and do what the other guys doing to you, that's also an internal battle. And like, I feel like for us, is really that we're our only enemy, because the liberals they're killing themselves. Like, they're everything, like even just trying to spin possibly this Tyler guy is a Republican. Somebody posted, it was like, well, what sense does that make? You guys are trying to convince us that the guy who killed Charlie Kirk loved Charlie Kirk. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
That
so it's
doesn't
like,
make any sense at all.
it makes absolutely no sense. And that's constantly what they're trying to do. Is like, how are y'all gonna spin this? It's like, we know you guys literally cannot win an argument, and so you resort to escalating. Like when we saw the video of the girl who punched that Savannah, I can't remember her name. She was doing the conservative chick doing the street interviews. Yeah, and she was talking about the abortions with the girl in New York, and she just socked her in the face. And then you saw all these comments going, "That's what she get. She's running her mouth." And it's like, you guys literally think violence is okay because somebody said a word to you. Like, when we were in elementary school, what was the saying? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me, right? And so, like Jerry said, we have the better ideas. We clearly, even though we're not perfect, we're working for something bigger than us. And so I feel like at this point, this really is like a test of our own like constitution, and like our own, not like literally the American Constitution, but also like what we're made of, and like and carrying on. Like, you couldn't have picked a more symbolic target than Charlie Kirk for this occasion. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he's being martyred. You are seeing, I mean, it's hard. You don't want to compare him to Christ, but it is very much giving that same energy of someone who is just literally trying to get everybody to come together and love each other. Like, he was a moderate. If you want to call him far right, like, you're way off. He was literally trying to bring everybody around to start to have conversations and think about what they're actually saying and doing every day. And you don't get that. You'd only do that, I feel like, out of love. I wouldn't waste my goddamn time talking to you if I wasn't doing it out of love. I want you to be better. I want you to think better. Like, you walk away and let somebody do the wrong things and hurt themselves. That's not love.
Nope. Wow, that's good. Yeah.
And I honestly just want to add this last point, because I'm letting you guys finish your last points, but I just want to add to what Nicole said about them not, winning an argument, me because me personally, I think that there is no more talking to these people. And in my opinion, I don't think these people should be in our country, even the ones that mock Charlie Kirk. For people to actually do something so disgusting. Now I get that it's a free speech country. I get that. But my thing is this. If you're mocking someone that got shot in the neck, who's a man of God, who was with his family, faithful to his wife, and he was the negotiator, he wasn't violent, and for you guys to actually pray and hope that this man don't make it, and then when he doesn't make it and actually pass away, you guys celebrate. I don't think these people are like I just don't think these people mentally belong in society. Like people who cheer on that sounds like some Roman like crowd stuff, like with two gladiators fighting in the Coliseum, watching each other cut each other limbs off, and they're all just cheering it on. I mean, don't you think that plays a part of the problem? Even with
Yeah, but you
this
got some
guy,
black
this
people saying
CEO
the
guy,
same thing.
like even with the
Point.
CEO guy, this Luigi guy, this guy
Mangione.
yeah, Legion. Sorry, I'm sorry,
Mangione.
my
Mangione.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Mangione. Sorry. They were basically saying that Mangione, like it was justified what he did because he was handsome. Like what? That's the most retarded thing I've ever heard. See
Or
what
the
I'm saying?
CEO was, rich and doing these things to other people. It's like, everybody should have their day in court. I feel like, we all can't go out here and be vigilantes because then all bets are off. And most people aren't ready to live in the world like that. They talking shit like they are, but they not.
Right, but the thing is,
Nope.
the biggest gist is that they're celebrating the death of the CEO. They're
Right.
celebrating what Mangione did. They're celebrating Hulk Hogan's death. You see what I'm saying? And people who were coming out saying Hulk Hogan was a big inspiration. I mean, this is literally WWE Hulk Hogan here. If you didn't like Hulk Hogan as a dude growing up or as a boy growing up, I mean, there's probably something wrong with you.
You probably
You
played
know
with
what I'm saying?
dolls.
Right,
Were you even a boy?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so now I'm racist because I like Hulk Hogan and I'm mourning his death because he was a big part of my childhood. I mean, I will mourn
No.
anything that I would lose in my childhood that passed away. You see what I'm saying? So it was stupid to begin with. But
Mhm.
all
They
they
still
know
stuck
is
in the
that,
60s, man. They still
but
stuck in
no,
the
but
60s.
right, but the thing is that Hulk Hogan, I'm for Trump. I'll make America great again. And then when he died, it's he was a supremacist. So now, we're just gonna forget the 30 plus years that he's worked hard and given us like
Great entertainment.
well over great entertainment. Right. So I'm never
Mm-hmm.
gonna take that away from Hulk Hogan. And even
But
with Kevin Samuels, it don't stop at white people. It doesn't stop at white people, bro. Kevin Samuels was honestly, I think he started all this shit. I'm gonna just be honest. I think when it comes to the whole podcast thing, when it comes to the whole holding women accountable, when it comes to the whole what do you bring to the table, I think Kevin Samuels honestly needed some type of award when it comes to like him. I think they needed to honor that man, dude. Because when it comes to the conservative movement in the black community, that man's played a huge. I'll damn him give him 50%. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and that's coming from me. I will damn near give him 50. And when he died, what did black women do? Oh,
Right.
dead, Jesus, thank you. Like what? These
And they were all
people,
single women. They did it. All single women was dancing around. Was all single. That's the funny part.
I'm telling you, and it's insane
As
and it's
a single
crazy.
black woman, I was not one of those women. I just want to clear my name.
Oh no, no, of course not. No, of course. No,
I'm
you
just messing
conservative.
with you.
Right, right,
But you
right.
gotta remember, Nicole, over 80% of black women are obese, so you are kind of under the
Oh
20%.
God.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm
Under the
saying?
radar.
So we gotta add we gotta put the numbers in there. But they like I said before, they don't like the truth. This started with Jesus. Honestly didn't even start with Jesus. They tried to kill Elijah. They outcasted so many people that was just trying to preach the truth. You see what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, guys, this will never stop. This will never stop with Charlie Kirk. This will never
No.
stop with with anybody that tells the truth. Evil will always prosper. That's why I give Jared and Alan their props when it comes to basically pointing out the fact that this is literally just evil. This is just like evil, just overtaking people's minds and their hearts. Look in their eyes. And me personally, I am a fabulous reader when it comes to body language. And Jared is absolutely right. The first thing you always want to look at is them eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is something that we've been told, that we know it's never gonna. It's like war, right? War is is the norm, and peace is a luxury, and we're trying to prolong that luxury for as long as we can. And whether that's war with a foreign country or war with ourselves, that's a part of the fallen human condition. So yeah, all we can do is, like we've been talking about, we have to be better. We have to be, more more positive. We have to highlight the evil so that we can open other people's eyes. We have a harder fight because we have the moral high ground, have to maintain the moral high ground. And that's just it. Like, yeah, you can't, I know Vashon was talking about they're diametrically opposed to what it means to be American right now. And that is 100% true. But the best option we have is to try and turn as many of them over to our way of thinking as possible. And if we can't, then they lead us into decline, and they lead us into breadlines, and they lead us into, whatever squalor that we happen to find ourselves in. And then we pull ourselves out of it, because that's also the nature of mankind. I think we've said it on this show before, but good men or strong men make good times make weak men make bad times make strong men. And then you go through the cycle. And that's where we are as Americans. We've had all these strong men and strong people making us great. We live in soft times, right? We have in a very privileged, and where we have a half of our society that is worshiping. Everybody worships a god. They are worshiping the god of self. It's all narcissism and selfishness.
Bail!
And
Dummies!
when you pray at the altar of self, it just leads to destruction, because you're praying to something and following something that's part of a fallen world. And that's what we're up against. And Charlie was doing a good job of fighting against it. Now it's up to all the rest of us to try and fill his shoes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, Charlie was a real one. Alan, Mr. Allen, did you want to say anything?
Well, I'll give my closing thoughts. Yes, he deserves the death penalty, and if it gets implemented, I do not want anyone from the right side to go, ooh, he got what he deserved. Yes, we all know that. However, we don't need to be celebrating it in any way, shape, or form like a lefty leftist.
That I agree with. Doesn't make us no better.
It's a valid
That's a good point, man.
It's just like George Floyd. I seen his death mocked by the right with like, oh, he could have been a doctor, a scientist, or whatever. It's like
astronaut.
It sickened me to my stomach just to see that, to be honest. And it's like, so you got two sides of the aisle that have individuals that's willing to mock death, and it's like, let's be better than that. And also, we need to have a country again where people who commit hard crimes fear the law again, because in the Bible it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. Okay, so every time I see a command in even some scary Bible verses that says I may not make it to heaven, it makes me think, okay, I'm not going to go sin anymore. So in the same way, our laws need to reflect that, because if people don't fear the law because they think, more than likely you'll have activist judges that will say, oh yeah, we'll let them go. In New York, with the cops being beaten up, and then 2 hours later they left? Yeah, what's there to fear when you have
Right.
Um,
Right. They got
judges
they got walked
just
right out and on camera showing gang signs, and they Hispanic or Mexican, whatever you want to say. So they probably don't even belong
Wow.
here. The hell.
yeah.
Amazing.
So
point.
let's bring back that to the let's bring that back to
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, he cut out. Okay, well we can go to Squid and then we can close out after that because I think Nicole gave her closing remarks already.
Personally, yeah, he does deserve the death penalty. No questions about it. But I'm definitely not going to celebrate it. You know?
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm not gonna celebrate either, but he deserved the death penalty. And my thing is, some people out here keep on saying like, man, you black, you should be celebrating that. You know, he's white, it's a white crime. That's senseless, man. We all human, so that I just pray for those people, man. And the same thing, pray for the killer. You know, because he's messed up. Mental illness is a bad thing. People need to go back to the psychologist again, or see a counselor or something, because these people out here is crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, they are. They really are. But that's what I'm saying. But even look, I love God, guys, but we definitely got to arm ourselves. Okay, we got to make sure we are safe out here, man. Like I get it.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to approach somebody who got a gun to your chest with a hug. You know, I don't think that's gonna work with these people anymore, guys. But I'm not insinuating violence or anything like that. But the thing is, we have to be reasonable and we have to practice our Second Amendment because this is what our forefathers saw. This is what they foresaw in the future. They already knew these people was gonna be crazy. They already knew people was gonna try to, go behind the Constitution, gonna try to manipulate this and try to pull the strings on that, and they wasn't having that. This is our Constitution. This is the Bill of Rights. This is what stands. You see what I'm saying? And one of those rights is to protect yourself as an American. So that's all I got to say about that. I appreciate everybody joining the stream. Is there any last words from
Thank you, man.
anybody?
Appreciate it. No, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's
for
always a
sure,
good
man.
time.
And yeah, man, Mr. Jared be cooking, man. He was cooked. Thank you for that video. Thank you for that, Mr. Jared. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Because
man.
a lot of people saying, "Oh, where's the rifle?" Okay, we saw the rifle, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys didn't see it, then go back and watch it. All right. So I
If
appreciate you
anything,
guys joining.
when it comes to like that rifle, I heard it's a very accurate rifle too.
Yeah,
so
without getting too deep into the weeds, the 30-06 and so 308 is a pretty common sniper round, not for great distances, but for that, if it's a 30-06, it's basically the same bullet with I think a bit more powder behind it. I can't remember on 30-06 side, but yeah, it can be accurate. It all depends on the rifle. That one doesn't need to be too terribly accurate at
But
200
truthfully,
yards.
I feel like they were going for the head. I feel like they were going for the head and not the throat.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying. When you shoot at different angles, and it has to be a relatively drastic angle, but if you're shooting at a target that's below or above, you actually have to aim low because gravity is affecting the bullet differently. However, where he was impacted, because people say, "Oh, it was a shot right to the throat." Nobody shoots for the throat because if you look at your body, it's the most narrow part of your body. It was an accident that's where it hit. They were probably aiming for, well, I guess they would have been aiming maybe for, because if it's low, probably for his chest, and it impacted a bit higher. That's it. And it was only 200 yards. So that difference is small at that distance. It really is only significant at greater distances. So it was a novice, and that's just where he happened to hit it. And like Vashon was saying, I do think things like this happen as part of God's plan. It's an evil world and evil happens, but he allows things to happen sometimes to people to embolden, to bring about it's the same
to
reason
bring that faith together. To bring that faith together more stronger.
People ask, if there's a God, why do all these terrible things happen? And it's because it's a fallen world. Can God stop it? Yes, he can. But if he knows what's going to happen before we know. And while it's a tragedy and we feel pain for us, it's going to move people. This will move people in a positive way somehow. And that's terrible for his wife and his kids, because they're going to bear that burden for the rest of their lives. But God uses his people for amazing things, and sometimes it takes pain to do that. And the world brings pain. That's just it. So all things can come through his, can be used for his glory. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, just because Charlie's not with us, it doesn't mean I've stopped hearing his voice. I mean, he's still loud on the internet.
And think about how many people have heard his sayings and what he's talked about, like
Right.
they made him bigger than what he was, so yeah, God's plan for sure. Like, I mean, we're being reminded that I feel like that we're all one soul. Like, we all have to really come back to God, whatever your beliefs
That's
are,
what I'm
whether
saying.
they're metaphysical or Christian, like it's all one. We're all one, and everybody's gonna have to come back to zero, come back to one, however you want to look at it.
Yep.
I agree 100%. I was trying to add somebody in, but I think I was telling them the stream's already over. So, but yeah, you guys are absolutely right. I'm looking at some of these comments. What do you guys think about the land of the? What do you guys think about this comment? I'm trying to read his name, but
2BY4. I don't know.
Yeah, 2BY4.
And I got an answer for you.
2x4.
Oh, 2x4. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm done being nice to you. I'm done being nice to
2x4.
these trolls, these Democrats.
I guess 2x4 was taken.
Right.
Next time I need to figure out one of those license plates, Nicole, I'm going to send them.
I'm great at it. I'll stare in traffic and follow you for miles until I figure it out.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, guys, I really thank you guys for joining the live stream. Like I said, this shooter is insane. I really wish he didn't do this to Charlie. Definitely too soon. 31 is definitely pretty young at what he was doing.
Man.
Definitely could have went a very, very long way. Could have took this country on the right path, guys, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to say things happen for a reason, because I really feel like this was like a coward move from this dude. But like I said, like, God had other plans. He made him turn himself in. The marshal, I believe he was a minister. So, I believe he got to the dad. The dad got to him. And I mean, justice prevails. Now, will he get the death penalty? Utah has a death penalty, and he's over 18. And he basically killed someone who was basically a friend of the FBI, Cash Patel, and leader, of the
Trump winning the votes.
Yeah, so you got Pam Bundy as well. So they were definitely friends of Charlie Kirk, and let's just be honest, guys. This isn't a federal case, but they're definitely going to push. They're definitely going to push for this to go federal. And I mean, I just think that this guy, I don't see him not getting a death penalty. I definitely don't see him not getting a death penalty. And if he doesn't, then it's going to start. It's basically going to be the George Floyd, but for patriots, guys. It's like,
yeah.
But we ain't gonna tear up and burn up our own towns though, because we ain't that stupid.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're
No.
not. Well, we can speak for ourselves. We're not going to do it. But
Right.
it's like you got a lot of radical right wingers out there that would definitely buck up if this guy didn't get the death penalty. So, we got to watch out for them as well. But we always got to watch out for the left, because they just eat violence for breakfast. So it's like, when it comes down to it, guys, we just got to. I'm honestly still trying to keep a cool head with this, because it's like I do the same thing Charlie Kirk do, Nicole. We be out there, in the streets trying to inform the people, and it's like, it's scary how nowadays people can get killed over their political beliefs. It's absolutely insane to me. So I just urge people to just keep, just keep sticking to the facts. Don't let this, keep you hid inside of the house and things like that. Even though it is scary times, I mean, this is just what they do to keep us silent, in my opinion. It's fascism. So that's just my take on
Yeah, they're fascists. We're not.
Yep.
it. Absolutely. Yep. So yeah, we just passed the hour and 30 minute mark, guys. Like I said, thank you guys for joining the stream. And I believe we're gonna do this on Sunday. But we just had to talk about this guy because we gotta let the people know who this guy is and all the conspiracy theories. We got to debunk all of that stuff because I definitely wanted to hop into that as well. We talked about that. Jared played a huge role in that as well. So thanks, Jared, like a bunch. So I appreciate everybody in the chat as well for joining the live stream. Thank you, Squid. Thank you, Nicole. Thanks, Deontay. Make sure you guys check out Continue Freedom on YouTube. Make sure you guys check out Deontay Raves. Deontay Rants Waves. I can never say that. Damn, that's a tongue
It's
twister.
okay, bro. I know it's a long one.
Yeah. But yeah,
The
his
title
name's right
there,
there.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Yep. So guys, check out his YouTube as well. Nicole Coco Patrice. She also has a YouTube channel as well. So check that out. Squid, we're working on getting him a channel. But as of right now, he's just a cool moderator in the background. But he's also our fact checker, guys, to be on the series.
I have a channel, and I did start slowly uploading on there.
That's
I mean,
what's
it's just
up.
nothing made other than playing the game.
That's all right.
You be okay if you gaming, Squid. You gotta put me on your channel, bro. What we playing? What we loading up on, dude?
Oh man,
You gotta let it go.
I'll let you know what kind. I'll let you know what I'm into.
Yeah, man.
And,
Send me, hit me up in a group chat. Hit me up in a group chat. But all right, guys, that's the end of the live stream. And thank you guys so much. And we are out of here, guys. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.